know by invest, she means kill. Master of ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and just to waylay Toastmaster Rafiq as well, a warm good evening.
Good evening.
I have a question for each and every one of you. Raise your hands if it's true. How many of you felt rejection in the form of love, friendship, family, university applications, job applications, scholarship? Raise your hand.
Rejection from evaluation.
And rejection from evaluator. Please raise your hand. Most of you. Rejection is something that is a part of our life that none of us can escape. And it comes in different forms. My next question to all of you is, how many have you had recurring rejection over the past years? Raise your hand. Wow, this group is really good with controlling their rejection. The thing about rejection is, even if you didn't raise your hand, the sad truth is, it is the only consistent thing in life. You cannot escape your rejection whether you like it or not. You can hide it, you can run away from it, but somewhere out there, something is waiting to reject you. Unfortunate. The thing about rejection, or reoccurring rejection, is not only do you get rejected and suffer the pain from the rejection, but once it reoccurs, your mind automatically starts confirming something to yourself, something that isn't true, which is, you are not good enough. And the more this rejection comes, the more you confirm it. This lie that you keep telling yourself, you look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not good enough, that's why this happened. I'm not good enough, that's why it happened. And the more this happens, the more it starts to take control onto your self-esteem. The more you feel less of a person. But, again, I'm here to tell you that this is a natural process in life. There's no way you can stop rejection unless you stop doing things completely. And you don't want to do that. Because once you stop moving forward, then you're just stuck in the present. You have nowhere to go. Personally, since the start of the year, I faced numerous amounts of rejection. It was really, really painful. In the beginning, a failed business attempt had me crying for weeks. Rejection from somebody I liked, still crying about it. A few days ago, Fulbright sent me an email saying, we regret to inform you that you were not selected. I was thinking, don't regret. You have a chance not to regret. Still happened. But each and every time this happens, it sets me back. It gets me thinking, did this happen because I'm not good enough? And it's a trend every year. People don't know how to deal with rejection, don't know how to face it. Well, take it from a reject, a really good reject herself. I can give you some words to hopefully ease in that burden. Words that I believe with every fiber of my body, and that must be true because I have a lot of body. The first thing you need to know about rejection is the lie you tell yourself that you're not good enough is a lie. It's not true. You see, Toastmasters, guests, we judge ourselves based on standards, excellence, beauty, even driving, that were set way before we were even thought of being born. Now I say thought of being born means our parents were probably kids at the time. And then based on that standards, we implement them ourselves. And then we go on and apply for things. And we get rejected. when the whole system is flawed to begin with. You cannot judge a fish on his ability to fly. And this is the standards of our system. So, it means that you are not rejected for being average. You are rejected for being outside the scope of average. And fellow Toastmasters, I don't know why you would want to settle for being average when all of us want to be excellent. So the first thing you have to remember is that you are never judged on excellence. You are always judged on average. You are always rejected on average. You are something more than average that they just could not categorize you as. Next thing I'd like to tell you is, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're blocking you. You as an individual, your every heartbeat, your breath, your existence in life is important. And for somebody to come around and tell you that this is trivial, it's okay, you need to suffer, is wrong. It just bottles you up. It just makes you take your rejection and put it down on the ground until you're standing on a hill of rejection, waiting for it to erupt. It's okay to feel pain because this is something that you wanted to do. This is something that you want. This is something that you're passionate about. So of course it's gonna hurt. So of course you need to get over it. Third thing I want to tell you. You are not one person amongst a billion. You are one in a billion. This is a beautiful statistic, only rare to each and every one of you. Your personality, your knowledge traits, your basic structure of your bodies, the way you sit, to stand, to talk, is unique to each and every one of you. It cannot be duplicated today. It cannot be duplicated tomorrow. It cannot be duplicated in 100 years, even if you clone. You are one person that will last at this point of time and at this point of place. This uniqueness is only your own. Nobody else can claim it. So when you face rejection, okay, understand this uniqueness. Embrace this uniqueness. It's what sets you apart. Every candidate is trying to conform to the normal standards. But if you are one in a billion, why do you want to conform to the normal standards? I don't promise you that these tips that I'm giving you will stop rejection. No, but they won't. It'll come knocking on your door. But what I can promise you is remembering them will help you. Because every person who has been rejected develops one thing, one sole important thing to move forward. They develop the strength. They develop the courage to move forward after being rejected. Now you see, after somebody kicks you down, it's so hard coming back up. But to come back up and do it again, knowing full well what the consequences is, that takes a huge amount of courage. So it's okay being a reject. The meaning of rejection in Latin means to get set back. The goal is not to not face rejection. The goal is to embrace it. And make sure that next time you're facing rejection, you have your uniqueness, you have your courage, you have your vulnerability, you have your own set of standards of excellence, so that when it comes to knock you down, you don't get back. You stand straight. So that you don't lose a piece of you when you're rejected. Nothing will damage your self-confidence when you're rejected. The point is to be rejected and to stand tall.